All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dr. Stacy here. I'm back from Denmark. Oh, let me give you all the details. No, just joking. Let me give you a lot of the details. Let me tell you some fun highlight things. Getting to spend the entire week with David and his wife, Christina, was amazing. It was absolutely incredible, you guys. Of course, David's just so down to earth. He's just so chill. He's so calm, and so is Christina, and they're just so loving and friendly. And we enjoyed dinner cruises together and out on the I don't even know where we were in Denmark, sea somewhere. We had an incredible museum tour, the Viking ships, and we of course got. Oh my God, we went to this incredible spa. These it's called the Ari Spa, the baths, it was just, oh, you couldn't take your phone in. I was so upset. There was a lot of times last week that I couldn't take my phone with me. So it was really hard because I always wanted us to be taking pictures and videos, and the phones were not allowed in a lot of places. But Denmark, Copenhagen, I don't know if any of you guys ever been to Copenhagen, put it on your list. It's dreamy. It was so just a beautiful town, walking harbor, and just, we had a great time there, just, hanging out. And of course, we had the welcome party with David and Christina as well. And then the drone facility. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. 4 years in the making. David and his son just thought it'd be fun to have a little project together. And they invented a drone that has turned into LifeWave's huge humanitarian project. And that's actually why we went over there, was because of the actual grand opening ribbon cutting of Thunderstrike, which is the name of the drone facility in Denmark. I don't know if you know or not, but Christina, David's wife, is from Denmark. And so the Prince of Denmark was there. We got to shake his hand, hear from him. Just lieutenant generals, colonels, I don't even know. All these people retired from the U.S. military were there that have partnered. The aerospace engineers were like lined up everywhere that have come from all over the world to work on this project. Like major goosebumps. You wouldn't believe what this facility looks like that he has and what's happening with this technology. I mean, he's invented, I think, three. He showed us his most recent. I don't think I can say it yet because it was not allowed to be photographed, but its most recent drone. I mean, it's insane, you guys. A drone that can fly for 30 hours to has infrared cameras to find if there are bodies buried under rubble or whatever. If there's, obviously this is all about disaster relief. So it's taking medical supplies, it's taking, patches or food, water, whatever people need. It can hold up to 250 pounds. And so they are mass getting ready to start production of these drones because in Europe, it's not like the United States here, they're like, yes, we want you here. We want to help our people in need. And this is a fantastic way to do that. This is the largest airspace for drones anywhere that he is testing these. And it's just mind blowing. It honestly is. But what's the point of that? What does that have to do with LifeWave and patches and what we do? It's all about number one, like I said, humanitarian, right? To be able to go into anywhere. Eventually, he'll get FFA clearance. He's got enough of literally former and current military from the US that are working with him now. So he'll get clearance here in the US, but around the globe. It's about helping people in need immediately. We all have, in the last year or two, have been in situations where we knew people that needed our assistance now. They needed help, and people can't get there. First responders, the National Guard, it takes time. But if there's a disaster, whew, drones can go instantly. And again, they can fly for 30 hours. They're all equipped with LifeWave's name all over them, so it's bringing massive awareness to the planet of these drones. They're, I don't know, 15 to 18 wingspan. It's another way to be able to give back to people, but also be able to bring awareness to what LifeWave is and what we do. And it was mind blowing. It was just so much fun. And then after that, he took our phones again, and we went to this Ferrari. event place, and there were millions of dollars of Ferraris. There were only 20, but there were millions of dollars of Ferraris surrounding us, and the dinner was there, and it was just a beautiful, way to celebrate the end of the week. And it was just, David holds up no stops. And I'm telling you what, convention, you know what he decided after last year? He said last year's conference was so fun, the 20-year anniversary. We're going to have a 21-year anniversary, and it's going to be even better than last year. That was fun. Let's do more. Let's do more for our people. Give them more. Obviously, Elton John, hello, on Saturday night. I mean, even at $350 a ticket, if that's what someone spent for their conference ticket right now, you can't get a ticket to see Elton John for $350. But it's not about Elton John. We know that. David, and this is what Meredith talked about me too, the president, she and I were talking about Vision 2026 because she said David has so much space on stage over the course of the 3-day conference, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We don't have time to get our leaders on stage. We don't have time to have the people in the field educating the field. We're going to have to put them on a vision because he wants the time. Like there's so much. And of course, they have some, speakers and whatnot. But I know there are a lot of people right now posting for one reason or another. They bought extra tickets. They've got a ticket or here or there, whatever. So check the Millionaire Patching Rockstars page because if you're interested in going to conference, you will have an opportunity to do that. The early bird tickets are $199. And again, people have bought extras. And so some people are offloading those, and it's a quick, easy process to transfer the ticket to yourself. And obviously, you would pay the person that the ticket came from. But they still have rooms left in the block rooms. So you have that availability as well too to be able to, get yourself a room if you're looking for a roomie. Some people are looking for roommates. I've seen posts on that. I'm not raising my hand for looking for a roommate. Hey, Brent, that's a roommate all in itself. That's like having 10 people in a room. No, just joking. I would say I'm probably more like having 10 people in a room with all the stuff going on. Oh, do you know how much we're going to have to ship out to California for this conference? Because we always like to bring stuff and do stuff. So we're gonna have to do a lot of planning here. I'm gonna have to get on that. It's coming up in 2 months. Can you believe it? It's only 2 months away. Time is just zipping by this year. But if you want to go, we want you to go. So there's going to be live entertainment Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. They haven't told us Thursday and Friday yet. But Thursday's new this year. Meredith really pushed for having breakout sessions. So there's 5 options. I don't know them yet, but you get to pick 3 out of the 5. And I don't know the start times or stops or any of that stuff, that all the details will be coming. But I do know that we have breakout sessions on Thursday, which is amazing. So make sure you get to Cali by at least Wednesday. And of course, depending on where you're coming from, time wise, we can leave at 7 in the morning and get to California at 9 in the morning. Woo! So it's a quick little jaunt for us, 5-hour trip across the country. If we all just could fly at the speed of light, that would be amazing. Or use the box to teletransport. Brent and I were in JFK Airport Monday, and there was one of the boxes, the holographic boxes, and a dude was sitting there playing a guitar. He was playing music to the people in the terminal. I was like, oh my God, there's a box. How incredible is that? Literally, he's sitting there playing a guitar. It was so cool. But David has a lot of announcements, and his whole focus over the next, let's just say, 6 months, 12 months, is to literally put LifeWave on the map. Never ever has Elton John ever performed for a network marketing company, let alone a group of 10,000 people, in his entire life. And putting us on the map, he has celebrity people that I cannot share, but celebrity people that have endorsed this and people that everyone on the planet knows who they are. His whole thing is to bring a brand awareness to LifeWave because of the impact it's already made. Would you all raise your hand? Where's some hearts? Let's do some more hearts that you've had a positive impact from using this technology. Anybody have big hearts? How do you make your hearts explode? How do you do that where they go like, wee? How do we make them do that? Anybody know how to do that? Somebody is. Other people are doing it. Maybe you just have to click it really fast. Is it a
No,
real fast thing?
the top row. There's a row, send with effect. not reaction. Send with effect and hit the heart and it'll go hearts.
Yeah, I don't see that. Sin with effect. I did that. I want mine to explode like some of these people's are on the screen. They're flying up. Sarah, you just made yours fly up and then it exploded. How do you do that?
You're doing it. It shows on our side.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
thanks. Whee! It just looks like little hearts going like that for me. Okay, that's fun. All right, so anyway, focus. Back on track. I swear you guys know I'm not a squirrel. It's just something new. I'm enjoying it. But anyway, I think I've come back from Copenhagen like wired to the gills. The information, the stuff that's just downloading, the stuff that's coming is just, oh, I'm so excited for all of you guys. But that is David's focus is for us to be a household name. And that means that you, your neighbors, your people that you are connected to, whether it's through your social media or your church or your community or whatever, everyone's going to start learning about LifeWave really fast. I mean, we're already the darling of the industry. So everyone in network marketing knows LifeWave. I mean, number one, 2 years in a row. Hello, David holds over 200 patents, and our inventor is inventing from the ethers from God himself. And you don't find that in network marketing. So we're already starting to get on the map, but his focus is to make sure everybody knows about this because of what it does and what it can do for so many more people. So I really think we've got a lot of really big things coming in the next few months. This is August-ish, the end of it. We're at 27. Can you believe that? The end of August. I feel like it's still like August 1st or 2nd or something, but I keep looking at the date and it's just going by. So we really have 4 months left in this year. So the 4 months left, September, October, November, December, and we have so many events on the calendar. I'm seeing things pop up everywhere. There's another one out in California. I know I'm going to be over in El Paso, Texas. I'm working on that invite right now. Leah, I know that's nowhere near you, but still, I'm going to be over there, and maybe there's other people over there. We've got people that are doing, I know I'm going to be in Nashville. That's happening. I'm sure there's some Michigan, and I've seen some up in the Virginia, DC area. They have events as well too. So definitely stay connected in the page, the Team Evolve page, our Millionaire Patching Rockstars page, to see what's available to plug into. To be able to bring some newbies to and help people get connected. I swear I just saw something go right by the window and that looked like a really large animal. Sorry, I was just like, wait, was that a person? Nope. Okay, that was not normal. We're gonna put the blinds down. I don't need to see if there's a massive panther out there right now. I know, it's like, what was that big thing right there? So anyway, big things are happening for the next several months leading up to conference and beyond conference. And of course, I know Laura has talked about this last week. We've talked about this before. We still have 8.5 weeks left in the qualification. So I want a number in the chat. The actual tracker is going to be posted in Facebook page for the US in the, what do you call that thing? Facebook page for LifeWave Corporate. I'll transfer that over into our Millionaire Patching Rockstars page, but that'll be up on Friday for us in the US. It does run 2 weeks behind due to commissions needing to run for the points, but put your number of points you currently have in the chat. I want to know how many points you have towards the cruise, who's going for that, because we still have 8.5 weeks, which is plenty of time to get that done. I've seen people come in with 3 weeks to go and be like, wee, and just take it out of the, blow it out of the water. You know, you get your own promotions, helping other people promote, new enrollments, upgrades, maintaining rank, those kinds of things. So Rhonda's got 31, Dr. Jody's got 18. Who else has cruise points? You guys using your trackers, right? Like you're keeping track of those points. So you doing that? Yep, okay. Some way, somehow, keeping track. You know what I had to do? I did this, and then I'm still the paper and pen girl, and I literally had to go through every single person and write their name down, and then write what they did or what they upgraded to, and then the number of points. Like, this is me. This is Stacy, organized right here. This is my brain. Earlier, Trey and I were talking, and we were talking about sending, messages to people or whatnot. And I said, I opened up this cabinet. Some of you have seen that cabinet. I pulled out. Let me see if I can open this up. I said, okay, these are my notebooks from the last 4 years. If you want to start sending messages, you can go back through those and send messages to people that haven't signed up yet because I mark that in the notebooks. So I start opening and showing him, and he was like, yeah, no one would be able to decipher this except for you. He's like, what even is this? I'm like, well, this is what the girl ordered. This is her credit card information. This is her address, her phone number, her email address. And he was like, you put all of this on a page, and then on the next page, you've got like an entry in a gratitude journal. And on the next page, you've got like notes from a video you watched with David. And then there's a whole nother list of
Yes.
people. And I'm like, yes, it's my life unfolding journal by journal by journal, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. So he took one notebook from 2021, my very first notebook. And I did have people more in a list there in the beginning because we did some little challenge in August on make a list of 100. And there was, names and phone numbers and then talk one little line straight across the notebook, okay? And I had their address in that line as well too. And he's like, "Mom." And he's not an Excel spreadsheet guy, but he's like, "What is this?" And I said, "Well, I mail them samples, obviously." And I was like, "Just go through my Facebook. They're all friends. Find them on Messenger and send them a message. Connect with them." And he's like, "I'll just take this one right now." I was like, "Well, come back because I have more if you want to go back through more people and check back with more people again." He's like, "This is how you built your business." I was like, "Yeah, it is. It is all of this together because it's just, and then we were talking about some new ideas that I've had recently. He goes, "Why haven't you thought about this before?" And I said, "Because I just do what God tells me to do." Like the ideas download, and they've downloaded over the years in obviously the correct order. That's divine. And when these ideas download, boom, they're gonna hit because I'm not trying to force anything to happen, right? And just staying in that space, that connection, and just reaching out to people. So anyways, that may terrify some of you. I'm going to close that up. I don't want people freaking out right now for my Excel spreadsheet people that are super organized with their binders. Where are my binder people? Do an emoji for my binder people that like are super organized and have your sheets and have everything together and you look beautiful. And I wish someone would do that to all my people. Do I have any binder people? No binder people? Do I have Excel spreadsheet people? Does anybody keep track of people on their computer on Excel? Okay, does anybody do notebooks? Anybody do notebooks like that? Do I have a bunch of those people? Okay, we've got some of those. All right, notebook people, Excel, here's some words. Okay, there you go. Word, Excel, there you go. Yep, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yep, binders, notebooks. Whatever. That's the thing. Whatever you do to keep track of people, as long as you know your system, you're really the only one in it, right? Unless you try to include your 20-year-old son in that. And then he's like, you know what he does? He goes to the printer and gets a piece of typing paper and puts it in front of him on his computer, and he'll write down people's names from a post. And I'm like, okay, well, as long so he has stacks of printer paper sitting on his computer desk back in his office area. I'm like, well, if that's how you're going to keep track of them, someone could easily like 3-ring binder those, but my notebooks are a totally different story. Anyway, you guys, I'm randomly like sharing a bunch of random stuff with you right now because I feel like this is important for you to feel and hear this excitement of what's happening and what's coming and what we have going. This cruise, just so you know, like we'll in qualification for the cruise on the 19th of October. We will hit that conference. We'll all fly in on the 22nd, so we will have known that we're all earning the cruise together. We'll be planning the pre-cruise retreat that's going to take place in Miami beforehand. But when we come out of conference, we are going to be immediately right into another incentive because the new comp plan enhancements will be launched and the new incentive plan will be launched. So we'll be going right into another one from there, which is super incredible and exciting as well. Oh, Trey's so funny. Mom, when you're done with your Zoom, can I have bison patties? Just got a text. He must be so exhausted from all the messages he's been sending from that one notebook. But anyway, you guys, that is going to be happening right out of the gate. So we're going to continue to go and grow and build our business throughout the rest of the year. So I want to challenge you with something before we get into I think kind of what we're doing here tonight. What is your game plan for the next 4 months? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to see in your business? How many enrollments do you want to have? How many new, managers do you want to have in your business? Are you promoting to manager? How many directors, what do you want over a 4 month period of time? Because the time that you spend right now putting a little strategy and plan into session, you're going to start to see those rewards kick in after conference. So what you start now, you typically start to see 90 days later. So we have obviously more than 90 days, a little bit more than that for the rest of the year. So this is my game plan time. This is my strategy. Like we're done with the winter, we're done with the spring, we're basically done with the summer, right? That's kind of going by the wayside. Kids are in school, habits are, back in, people are done vacationing. So now what's happening for the 4 months? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? If you don't write anything down, and I'm telling you, pen is powerful. I don't care what's in your mind. I do, but I don't. You've got to put it on paper. What do you want to accomplish? Where do you see yourself in the next 4 months, 6 months? Go into the first 2 months. We're going to be on that cruise. When we join together in February in Miami, where will you be in your business? The only limit is here. Your mind is the only limit. I mean, there are people in this company that went from zero to SPD in 6 months. Marcy did it in 4 months when she started 6 years ago. So there are people that went from zero to that. Your whatever that reaction to what I just said, that's going to determine whether that's you or not. If your knee-jerk reaction was, wow, I could never do that. Well, that won't happen for me. I've already been in 2 years. Then that's exactly where you're going to be. But what if you gave yourself space to actually like map out a game plan? Like not just say, yes, I want to be SPD in 6 months, or I want to be, whatever, 3-star executive in 6 months, but actually map out the game plan. If it's done 6 months from now, what are the things that I've done to lead up to that? And work your way backwards to now, today. So then that means, what's my calendar look like tomorrow? I was on a Zoom on Tuesday with Jules and her group, and we were talking about our calendar. And so I popped open my calendar and I double clicked on it. I was just hoping it was going to show me, the months of the year. Well, it showed all my activity for the whole entire month. And I was like, oh, well, there's Stacy's business right there. It's just like zooms, 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 zooms. Massage here, chiropractor here, nail appointment there, get your hair done there. But it was like just tons of Zooms for the month of August. And that's me, right? I book my life and then I let everything else fall in between on the hours that I'm working. So having that game plan now is going to set you up for success before we get to conference, and of course after conference, and the next weeks to come, months to come after that. So anything that we're going to do for the next 30 minutes is going to be you asking your questions, you interacting, whether it's in the chat or whether it's you unmuting yourself. I want you to have the ability to use the next 30 minutes to ask and get whatever you need out of myself, or maybe some other SPDs that are on here, or PDs or EDs or SDs or whatever. If you have questions, I want you to unmute yourself, and I'll give you the ability to do that and ask any question you have.
If no one wants to go, I will go.
Sounds good. Go for it, girl.
So I'm in the Telegram. I finally got into the Evolve testimonials thing. And so example, if I am, like, say somebody talks to me about XYZ, Parkinson's or MS or whatever it might be. So I'm going up into the search bar and I'm typing in example Parkinson's so I can like kind of find where those testimonials may be at. I'm having a trouble reading on how to actually find it. So example, I'm clicking on something, but then I don't know if it's bringing me to because if you scroll it, it's so hard to tell if I'm supposed to be scrolling up or down because it doesn't bring me directly to it. And then I don't know if the meeting recording is above the testimonial or below the testimonial because they're not titled.
Okay, so on Telegram, when you type in, let's say Parkinson's at the top, on the
Yep.
bottom right, it's going to say show a list. So you click the list button
I
and
don't
it will
see
give
that.
you, do you have an iPhone?
I'm on the computer.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. I've never done it on a computer. Anybody else do it on a computer? It is an app on the phone. I have no idea how to do it on the computer.
Yeah, the phones are too tiny for me to look at.
Anybody ever use their Telegram searching on a computer? I don't know if it's even an option.
I mean, I have a list of stuff when I type in Parkinson's in the search, and then I can click on something in that list. And when I do, it brings me to something, but I can't tell if how do I explain this without people seeing it? I can't tell if the testimonial recording is the link below it or above it because they're kind of sandwiched between two Zooms. And then it kind of
They're
goes
always below it.
always below. Okay, thank you.
And when you search Parkinson's, it's going to highlight Parkinson's, the word Parkinson's in every testimonial that comes up.
I'm not gonna watch this.
Okay, on the computer, it's not highlighting Parkinson's, so I have to like kind of scroll through it, but that's okay. But that's what I wanted to know if it was above or below. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Great question because you don't know unless you ask.
Yep.
Perfect, perfect. All right, what other questions do you guys have?
Question in the chat from Christy. Is it effective to wear 3 patches, X39, X49, and Eon together? Or carnosine during the night, during the day?
So they don't need to be together. 39 and 49 have to be during the day, right? But you don't have to have them together in order for them to work. You can use your YH patches at night if you want to, or you can use them during the day. It doesn't matter. I would just not use the 39 and 49 at night. Did that answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. What other questions do you guys have? And the combo of 39, 49
I have a
best
question.
use would be for outdoor purposes. I don't know.
Sorry, they dub it as like the athletic performance package, right? So like hiking, kite surfing, running, that kind of thing. So I was just curious if like what is the best use that you guys are seeing in your practice when you actually do say, hey, let's use these in combo?
So with the X3949, on my YouTube channel, there's a lot of videos that I've done with that combo because it's been in some of our promotions here recently. But
Okay.
that combo is definitely not an outdoor only combo. So 39, we know the benefits of what it does. So that's an everything, all things A to Z, no matter what. 49 focuses on the building lean muscle mass, helping to increase bone density and stop bone loss. Cardiovascular benefits. So we look at oxygenation, circulation, neurological benefits. We look at the brain and what happens there when using that patch. So it's definitely looking at, yeah, it's called the performance bundle because the initial clinical studies were done looking at the body and bicep curls and grip strength and bicycle endurance length and pulse rate, VO2 max. But we found from using it that it has massive other benefits, which, like I said, like with the bone density is huge to stop bone loss in the body and increase bone density. So you can definitely promote it as, a athletic performance type of enhancement, but we know that 70+% of the population don't even work out, don't exercise in any way. They're sedentary and they're using X39 and 49 and having great benefits. all over in their body, even helping still with reducing the body fat and helping to build some lean muscle. So there's yeah, Faraday cage, right? Absolutely can't technically promote it that way, but it does form that when you use it. So lots of great benefits from that combo. So I don't only promote that to people that are athletic. I mean, obviously I do, but that's a small percentage of the people that I'm talking to them about. Mostly because I'm talking to people in their 50s and beyond. It's lean muscle mass that they're losing, and it's bone density that they're needing to increase when you look at that. And then you look at the cardiovascular. Most people have heart problems. They just do. They have poor circulation. They're not moving. So it's going to help with that and helping to we know it helps to reduce blood pressure. We can see that in a 60-day period in our clinical studies. So that systolic diastolic is a big component too. So most people have high blood pressure for lots of reasons. Okay, so when will LifeWave announce X2O for everyone? I know you said after conference, but is there a date? And will they be sending out an email to everyone? So right now, what they're doing, they started 2 weeks ago now, sending out emails from the senior presidential directors, and executive directors. I believe all of mine have been contacted. I just had a girl text me and say, "Hey, I just got my water machine." She's a presidential. Help me set it up. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not the customer service rep. I may or may have not walked people through it, but anyway. So you looking at the timeline, I think they're finishing up the EDs this week. They have 500. So you had to have $5,000 up front, and of course, it's a one-time purchase, one and done, you're done. So when they have met that 500, then they will have another 500 in September, which means they'll go down to the senior directors, managers, however many, until they get through 500, which I don't think they'll get very far past the senior directors. Oh, yay, Mark got your setup today. That's exciting. So anyways, you guys, October conference attendees, if you are in the USA only, obviously they know what country you reside in, so we have people come from all the globe, but if you're in the US and you're in person and you're there, you can't take one with you, but you can purchase one on the spot. Again, you're paying full cash price, right? And it will be shipped to your home when you return. After conference is when the new comp plan enhancements will be available, announced, and that is when the water machine will be available to the general public of brand partners. So that's kind of where we are on that timeline for that. So hopefully that helps a little bit. 20-year-old girl is pregnant, having major gallbladder pain. Should she patch while being pregnant? I am not her doctor. So she can check with her doctor to see if it's okay to use a non-transdermal patch. But we can't make any recommendations. Have we patched pregnant people? Yes, of course. But if she's having gall pain, bladder, she needs to see a doctor for sure. We don't want to say, oh yeah, patch that patch, and it's going to get rid of your gallbladder issue. So you would definitely want to get that looked at. Rhonda, is there info on financing that will be available when the water machine comes out? We do know that it's going to be through PayPal initially, their PayPal credit system. So that will be, there'll be different options on that, what that looks like. And obviously that'll be individualized per person, because everyone will have to have PayPal if you want that. And you'll have to have obviously PayPal credit giving you whatever terms and conditions they do on that. But they're looking into other options for payment plans. It's just that was the fastest, quickest one they could get set up in the easiest way for people. I want to know how Leah had an event at Unity in Houston. I have 3 Unity churches here on the Space Coast.
Well, I didn't have the contact there. Stacy Phillips did. So just reach out to the church, to the event director.
Awesome.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Christy, the water machine does come with a warranty. That has been outlined in the PDF. If you go in your back office and you look into the resources tab, you'll be able to see the PDF on the water machine, and they talk about the warranty in there. One of my brand partners asked about wearing X3949 Eon at the same time during the day. Where do most people put the third patch? 39's back of neck, 49's below the belly button. Where would you put the Eon? So here's the thing. This is what I want you to keep really at the top of mind with the patches. Each patch comes with an instruction booklet. Advise people to go to the instruction booklet and pick a spot, any spot. Rotate it every day if you want. Pick one spot and stay with it for 7 days, then pick the next spot. These patches are elevating peptides. You can stick it on the end of your nose or the bottom of your foot or your butt. It's going to work. So the spot shouldn't be the hang up. The key, thank you, Angel, like that. The key is to wear it daily for 12 hours, stay hydrated, get them on the Celergize, and stay consistent with it. It's not about the location. There's 5 choices to put E on. Pick one, any one. I'm just big on directing people to pick up the instruction booklet that came with the patch. Open it. There's only one baby page that's English. There's literally this much that tells you exactly what to do in English, and the rest of it's other languages, and then the placements in the back, the last page. I know you guys have all seen that. So keep that simple for people. It's going to keep it simple for you. Don't worry if, I can see like Jackie has hers right here. Great, stick it there. You wouldn't believe how many people every day in my videos will message me and say, what patch is that? And I'm like, whatever one is in the bag that I pick up, or whichever one's sitting on the side of my desk right now. I don't know. But I'm like, oh, X39. Why do you put it there? Why not? Because you can see it, right? Rhonda's got her patches right here. You can see them when I'm on Zoom. That's why I put it there. It doesn't matter where you stick the patch, honestly. You cannot make a peptide in your body go to an area that you stick the patch. You can't stick that glutathione on that liver and make that glutathione only go to the liver. Like glutathione's systemic. It's going to go throughout your whole entire body. It's going to do whatever it wants to do. So keep it simple. Keep it simple with people. Just pick a place, pick a spot, rotate it, see what you notice at each spot. Maybe you'll feel something different. I mean, obviously there are different acupuncture meridians, right, Dr. Debbie? I mean, we are talking about different points in the body that lead to different organs and systems, but we're not getting that technical because people just don't, it's just, the thought that I can stick on a Band-Aid and activate my stem cells is mind-blowingly enough for people. So let's not complicate it with where we're going to put it, because you can't make something happen faster in the body than the body wants to happen. You can't force it to heal faster. You have to give it the time that it demands, right? We can't, I know we all want it now. Like if we could all wake up tomorrow and our lean muscle mass would be like when we're 18 and, we have 12% body fat, all of our eyelashes and eyebrows and no microblading, needling, no Spanx needed, we're just like, woo, living our best 18-year-old life. Like we would do that, wouldn't we? Where would I place the patch for that? That's what they would ask. And you're like, oh, Lord, just keep it simple. Put it on. Stay consistent. You'll get there, which I know people don't want to hear that, but that's what I would say. That's what I would tell them.
I want to share something. So the Tummy Challenge protocol, have you guys heard of that?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course we have.
We developed it.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. Because I'm going on 4 days. And yesterday I literally had to make myself eat. I was not hungry at all. I went and got measured today. I've not in 4 days, I've lost 3 inches, but I've lost 3 more inches, but it works. So anyway, I got my whole team on this too. So it does work.
Yeah, that's a fun one. We did a challenge 4 years ago with that. We came across that in an acupuncturist book, and we're not sharing the book with you, but we did come across that in an acupuncturist book, and we're like, oh, we can run with tummy reduction protocol. Let's do that. And so somebody made a little graphic with the pictures all over it because no one could figure out where to place Laura, thank you, where to place those patches. And the first we were rotating, somebody messaged me today, and maybe this is why, Michelle, somebody messaged me today and was like, where do I place the patches each day? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen that picture in forever. Like we simplified it with like a actual person body in the patches, making a diamond on the stomach with your X39 Eon, SP6 and glutathione. And we had people take before and after pictures. We did a challenge. We gave away free patches and some other stuff to the winners. It was just great fun. But usually once Laura, I think it's been 2 years. Remember we did the tummy reduction protocol, Zoom we did, adding the energy enhancer into that, fills out a core pack quickly. Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's floating around out there because we did that 4 years ago. But I will tell you this too, and I'm glad you're getting results. That is absolutely amazing. Um, you don't want to get caught up in you have to put them in certain spots in order to do something. That's what we found was that people well, then they wanted a protocol for Alzheimer's, they wanted a protocol for Parkinson's, they wanted the exact location for diabetes, and we're like, oh my God, we're not like this is getting too much. So we stay with the tummy reduction, and every once in a while we'll throw it back out because it's kind of fun. And who knows, we might throw it out again this year. We don't even know. It could be coming in conversation in our Zoom tomorrow. So, anyway, thank you for sharing, Michelle. We are happy that your stomach is getting smaller and that you're getting results. And if you want that tummy reduction protocol information, it is in the team page. We have, I know it's in the Light Your Way to Wellness page because we did our challenge in there. The before and after pictures are still there. All the information we did is still in there. Okay, so let's see. Best patches for sleep, Alavita, and Silent Nights. Yep, absolutely. X39 during the day, of course, 100%. I have 3 people asked this week, all women in their 50s. SB6 is not needed for sleep, but definitely balancing your endocrine system can always help anything and everything in your body. There will not be financing at conference, but after conference, yes, there will be. Am I correct in advising X39 Eon and Carnosine for ALS? I don't know what DX is. So brain, Debbie, brain, not ALS, but brain. Yes, X39, Eon, and Carnosine are all great for the brain. So is X49. So remember to stay away from the diagnosis, the diseases, and the names that go with them, even though, yes, you can look up things like that in Telegram. You want to look at the organ impacted or the system impacted, and that is a neurological condition. So what patches help the neurological system? Do we know when the water machine will be available in Canada? We do not. And we talked about this last week as far as global with David. And he said the right now, why they're doing these small batches is to make sure that for quality control, I don't know what you call that part, to make sure there's no problems, hiccups, maintenance issues, blah, blah, blah. You have to assess that and also have a team of people in place in that massive area that can go in and do any type of service or warranty or anything that may be needed outside of obviously someone putting it back in the box and mailing it back. So they are in the process of gathering these people in the US that are able to do what's needed if need be for the machine. Not that they anticipate that, they're not seeing that right now, but when you go into other countries, then you have to have people in those countries, and you also have to have the ability to mail something back to that magnitude in a return. Right now, you're talking about mailing back a little baby packet of patches if someone wants to return for their, 30-day money back guarantee, which rarely happens. When you talk about this 40-pound massive box, maybe 50 or 80 pounds, I don't know. It takes 2 people to get it even out of the box, and then another 2 people to get it out of the box that's inside of the box. It is an ordeal. That is not something you can just ship back to a random place. There has to be a location and a servicing department for that. So that's the issue with international. It's not that we can't ship them there. We can ship them there. We could ship a massive amount of them to the Ireland warehouse, right? To the manufacturing place there, but we just have to have the logistics part of that taken care of. So I don't have a date, unfortunately. I know everyone wants them. I promise. And people in Canada have addresses in the US. So there will be people that will be ordering at their USA mailbox and coming over the border and picking up their water machine and driving back over the border with it. It is not something you can fly with. It is not. It will not fit in a suitcase, and it will not survive being thrown around by baggage claim. And it won't go in the overhead bin. It sure won't fit underneath the seat in front of you. I can't even get my bag in front of the seat in front of me. So it's definitely something you're going to have in your car with you if you're, like driving down the road with it. Do you know what the BV
Hey,
for the X2? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Judy's had her hand up for
Oh,
a while,
sorry.
Grace.
Thank you. I am confused about something. in December, I heard David Schmidt say you can grow cartilage back in your knee by using, and at that time, he said glutathione on the outside of the knee, Eon on the kneecap, and carnosine on the inside. But then in February, no, not February. I did that from December, and in mid-February, my knee quit hurting, and that has been diagnosed with no cartilage and needing a knee replacement. So my knee quit hurting. But when he was talking with you, Dr. Stacy, on stage before the alarm went off and y'all had to clear the building, he said glutathione on the outside and Eon on the inside of the knee. He didn't even mention carnosine. So is that the protocol we're saying now?
I've heard him say both. I've heard him say more of the Eon and the glutathione and not mentioning the carnosine. But I have heard him and use X39 directly on the knee. But then he also
Okay.
talks about taking collagen peptides, and he talks about the importance of electrolytes, amino acids, and water, and that kind of stuff too, to help the body, support the body in a nutritional way. So I don't think you can go wrong if you're using all three of
Yeah.
them because of the
Okay.
benefits of all three of them,
Okay.
what they do just systemically throughout your whole entire body.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Dr. Stacy, don't you think also it would, if when you're knowing what's going on in your knee for the pain, if you know if it has to do with ligaments and tendons and cartilage, then you would totally probably work a lot with the carnosine,
Mhm.
just understanding what the patches are doing, but also glutathione lubricating the joint. So that's
Well,
helpful
I can
too.
tell you that my pain literally was constant until February. And from December, when I started the protocol with the 3 patches,
Mhm.
carnosine, and then the Eon on the kneecap, by mid-February, I do not have that pain anymore. So we need to tell lots of people my age that, particularly.
I
It
love
seems
it.
to be the age needing knee replacements.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank
I love
you.
it. You're welcome. All right,
Dr.
so do
Stacy?
you know the BV or the PIB bonus or whatever for the XTO? We're still in working on that right now. There's a 2,000 BV bonus, not bonus, 2,000 BV dropped into the tree, broken down into nothing the first week, 500 the second week, and then 1,500 the third week. But we're still in the process of that. That will be announced after conference, so we'll know then. Protocol, the tummy reduction protocol is X39, obviously for what it does, Eon reducing inflammation in the body, glutathione, master antioxidant, detoxer, detoxing is key, and then of course SP6 balance in the endocrine system, so helping with curbing the appetite, boosting your metabolism, which is a key, hormone balancing is key, especially as we age for weight loss. And yes, January would be perfect. Detoxing, that's amazing. I love that. Anytime we can detox is amazing. Let's see. Okay, we'll be given the water machine all at one time when opened to everyone. Will be V. No, it will not. It will always be spread out because of the return policy that's attached to it. So it will always be a stair-stepped BV. Patch EDU is not a LifeWave corporate website. Thank you, Leah. That is Dr. Jen O'Sullivan, and she has created that website herself. So nothing to do with LifeWave corporate. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tracy. Lori, vitamin C for sure. Collagen. Yes. Dr. Stan's
Stacy?
issue with the water machine. I have not talked to Dr. Stan about the water machine. No.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Is this the appropriate time to talk about this?
Oh, well, I think we should get it out so we're all aware of it.
Okay, well, go for it. I don't
Okay,
have any problems with our machine, so I don't know that it's physically,
yeah. Well, I didn't either. So Dr. Stan called me and he moved his water machine from one location to another. And when he moved it to the other location to plug it in, it didn't work. So he called customer service and they said the warranty was voided because you're not allowed to move the water machine. Dr. Stan said what I would have said. I've never heard of that. But at this point, Dr. Stan, according to Dr. Stan, 2-3 hours ago when he called me, he said that they're pretty much telling him that we can't help you. The manufacturer won't replace the water machine because you moved it and you didn't drain the water out of the filter.
Well, you and I both know that's not correct because we picked our machines up and drove them to Orlando and replugged them back in a random house and ran 120 people through those machines drinking for a 3-day period of time.
That isn't the issue. The issue is customer service is telling him he's voided his warranty because he didn't drain the fluid out of the filters. And he's out of, I didn't do anything but carry it from my car to there, didn't know anything about filters. And today in North Carolina, we moved it from one location to another. And I said to him, I said, Stan, I haven't had it on for about 3 hours. I'll let you know. We plugged ours in, it worked. So I think he has a defective machine that, I said, hey man, you can tell him what happened to me. It worked. Yours didn't. It sounds like you got a problem machine. So I'm just passing that along because a lot of people, Charlene Saylor for one, is planning on using this at different home shows, which is a great idea. But if there's something that's not going to validate us being able to move it, or at least ensure there's no issues, that needs to be explained, or bold letters, you can't move it, even though I know you and I did.
Did y'all not drain y'all's, Gary, before you moved it?
No. I did the side where the tank is on the left side. I dumped that out, and when I carried it, and I told Stan this, I had like a towel wrapped around it, and I could feel water leaking out, which I'm guessing was the filter inside, that little black one. I don't know, but I know that I had, my water coming from somewhere. Now, maybe that's why mine worked. I don't know. I'm just sharing with you that he moved it. It didn't work. They said, sorry, manufacturer isn't going to cover it. You're out of luck. Good luck. And I had the situation. So I said, if you need my support on this, and I didn't think about Orlando. I mean, we both know you can move those and there wasn't a problem.
Yeah, Mark says it's in the quick start guide, not draining the machine prior to moving risks getting water on the electronics. Ours didn't have any leaks or anything when we moved it, and we didn't do anything. So I think it would be.
Garrett talked.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Garrett talked about that. Someone on Saturday night when we had dinner, that they did not drain the machine because what happens is the machine that's in the center part of it where the treatment is, it got the elements inside of there wet, and it completely blacked out the screen.
We will drain. Yes. Dodge the bullet.
So go back to what Mark said. Read the instruction manual. We got lucky, Gary, because we didn't read the instruction manual about that part. Or maybe Brent did, but I don't know. Yeah. That I'm sure LifeWave will make that right. They'll do what they need to do to help him out. Old
that's
IBM,
what I told
read the friendly manual. I love it. Read the friendly. I didn't know what RTFM was. So
the IBM.
For clarifying. I love it. I love it. All right, we have time for one or two more questions before we wrap it up today. What questions do you guys have? Anything to do with your business?
I have a question. Will somebody have to be already in LifeWave to be able to buy the machine, or can you join?
So there won't be like a pack that you join, but someone can join. They're working again on the logistics of that right now. So that's kind of part of that bonus PIB volume, all that thing. So yeah, you will be able to join and purchase one. You'll have to, if you're going to pay retail, obviously you don't have to join. You can just buy it retail. And of course, if you're a preferred customer, then you can just get your account set up with that. We'll just put that on auto ship. One $5,000 machine every single month. Well, yeah, that'll be great. Wouldn't that be a great little preferred customer coming in right there? Oh, I forgot it was on auto ship. Whee! And here comes your second and your third and your fourth. But anyway, We don't know the exact structure of what that's going to look like, but yes, somebody can sign up $25 brand partner pack and purchase anything they want. So they'll be able to have the ability to do that. So good question, Holly. One more question. Who else has a burning question?
Stacy,
I have
don't
one
a
other question.
burning- Does somebody have a question?
I do have one more
Go
question.
ahead.
I'm looking at using them in my office. I was looking at getting 2 of them, so
Mhm.
you can only get one at this point in time per account?
Correct. Correct. So you would order one in your account and one in your daughter's account.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You probably will get an email, Dr. Holly, offering you to have early bird option to buy just because of your rank in the company.
I am looking daily. Thank you.
You're welcome. Coral, I have never seen anyone use IceWave for labor pain, but that's just me personally. I've never heard of anybody using it for labor pain. I don't know. Give it a shot. I went for the epidural, so I don't know. So that's a whole other level pain. I don't even want to talk
Make
about
it stop.
No, that was a
Get
long
it
time.
out.
No. Take the pain away instantly. What's your favorite intro video to send to a new prospect? So for me, if you want to do an intro video, I'm going to go to the Start X39 Now page and I'm going to pull one of those 2 or 3 minute videos, depending on the person and what we're talking about or what their level of understanding is. That's going to be a quick video that I send to a new prospect. Is retail price of the water machine higher? Yes, absolutely 100%. It is $1,000 higher than the wholesale price. So it's tiered at 5,000 brand partner, 5,500 preferred, and then 6,000 retail price. So good questions. 9 o'clock on the dot. Look at you guys. Who wants to end with some of those fun little reaction things?
Hey, Stace,
Yes.
real quick, if I could do a little housekeeping thing.
Oh, yes.
You guys, if you could do us a massive favor for Lee and I and Stacy, because we are usually the ones letting people in on all the calls. Can you please, and I implore each and every one of you, to put your first and last name on your picture, on your square? Because if we do not see first and last names, if it's an email or we don't know you, it's not that we are trying to be rude and we don't like you, but we are not letting you in. And it really helps us keep it together for whoever's hosting, knowing who's on there. Because, people love us, you guys, and other teams want to be in on our things. And we need a little help. So when you've got new brand partners coming on board and you're helping them set up their Zooms, if we can just kind of make that part of the plan, Julie, thank you so much. If you could put your last name on there, it would help us so much because we could just pop people in really, really quick. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And we want to know who you are. We want to know who you are, of course.
We want to know who you are.
BC. I remember Leah always, I'm writing down my people's names. Who's on the Zoom? She'd write down their names on her list, right, to follow up. I love it. And then finally, you guys, I love your little reaction emojis. Next Tuesday, so this weekend's Labor Day weekend. I know, like I said, August is done. So you're gonna have lots of times to see lots of people, friends, family members to connect, wrap up those manager promotions on Sunday night to earn your extra $100 bonus from LifeWave. But then on Tuesday, we won't be doing our normal Tuesday night Zoom because Thursday, I'm interviewing David. As Judy mentioned earlier, unfortunately, the fire alarm went off in the middle of our Q&A session. And so I asked him if he would be willing to do a private Zoom with us. Obviously, the team Evolve. to be able to go over that Q&A and cover some other things that he wants to talk about for all of us. So we won't have our normal Tuesday night. We will have Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I don't know how long he'll go. It could be 30 minutes. It could be a full hour. But there are only 1,000 spots on my Zoom. Past 1,000, you have to go into like webinar training settings. It's like thousands of dollars a month, and I'm already spending $180 a month, so I'm good. On 1,000 people, it'll be recorded. And of course, if you can't make it, then you'll be able to catch the recording. My suggestion to you, and I know there's only 75 of us on here right now, but to tell your teams and people that you want to hear David to come early. I'll open up the Zoom at 7:45, and when it hits 1,000, it hits 1,000. It's just done. There's no option for people to get in. So they're going to be blowing your phone up. I'm trying to get in. I can't get in. You're like, I'll send you the recording. Don't know what else to tell you. But try to tell them to be there at 7:45, so that way they'll have the ability, our team especially, to be able to get in there and see. And it's not going to be publicized, all over Facebook. So, but it will be, all over Team Evolve. So I know we have way more than 1,000 people. So I'm excited about that. And then the last thing I'll share with you guys is I'm super fired up. Also, starting the following Tuesday for the entire month of September, I'm going to be interviewing different women, moms, that have special needs kids that are patching and having great results with the patches. So I will definitely, of course, be getting the flyers made up and things for that. But every single week in the month of September, I already have lined up some incredible mom testimonials. They'll have pictures of their kids or videos. And I've even got one practitioner that has an actual doctor's office that they're having massive success patching these special needs kids. So be mindful of that over the next week or so as we roll into September. That first full week of September after Labor Day, we're going to kick that off for 4 weeks. So I think that'll be really beneficial. We've got a lot of kiddos that have the letters next to their names and all the stuff, right? So we want to be able to share with that population what this technology is able to do for them, even though obviously we don't study kids. We don't do that in a clinical setting, but we do know that we all have lots of people we know that would benefit from that. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know that, and I'll look forward to seeing you on Zoom next week with David. Bye, guys.